A cruise is canceled the day before it's supposed to sail? That's rough. Early reactions are coming in to Carnival's new private destination, somewhat mixed, and Princess Cruises is raising prices on its packages. Lots to talk about. Let's get to it. Welcome. I'm Sean Wendt. I'm your host here at the Went There Cruising channel. Interesting stories today on Monday, July the 21st, 2025. The first big story today is the Celebrity Beyond. Last week it was reported that it was having propulsion issues. So the Celebrity Beyond is a 3-year-old cruise ship, and it was having propulsion issues, was going to be late in arriving back to Miami. It was supposed to arrive back to Miami on Sunday the 20th. So knowing that it was going to arrive late, it told the people on board that they were going to be late. They were going to have to get an extra night on the ship, which probably isn't the worst thing in the world. But the people that were supposed to sail on Sunday were advised via email that their cruise was going to be late. Now, by that point, obviously, many people had already made travel plans and probably had a plan to arrive in Miami on Saturday or maybe early Sunday. But regardless, they weren't going to sail till Monday. So Celebrity did agree to pick up an extra night hotel for those people at a value of $250, which I'm not sure in Miami this time of year is sufficient to cover a hotel room, but nevertheless, they were going to cover that. Well, on Sunday, the people that probably had arrived already for their cruise that was now going to leave on Monday were advised the day before that today's Monday cruise was going to be canceled altogether. Apparently, whatever repair issues are needed for the Celebrity Beyond were not things they could take care of quickly enough. And so it's going to have to sit here in Miami this week to have more significant repairs. So as of now, this coming Sunday's cruise is still scheduled to go, but we'll see as the week progresses if that ends up happening or not. Now, Celebrity's trying to do the right thing here. They've offered those people that were on the now canceled cruise a 100% refund of any monies paid. Additionally, a 100% cruise credit. So whatever amount they paid toward this cruise, they can apply to a different Celebrity cruise sometime in the next year. So that's pretty significant. But in addition to that, there's the extra hotel night. But where it gets a little rough and maybe a little questionable, it has to deal with airfare. So they're offering $200 airfare credit for domestic flights and $400 airfare credit for international flights. But I'm not sure that's enough to cover somebody's airfare. So if they flew from, let's say, the Northeast or the Midwest out to Miami to go on this cruise, and now they're out whatever that ticket costs minus $200, I'm not sure necessarily that $200 is anywhere near sufficient to cover a domestic flight. Now, I guess people did get a trip to Miami for a couple days, but even with change fees and everything, I don't think that even begins to cover it. So, I guess it's good credit because if you do come back for another one, then you're going to get essentially a free cruise. You got all your money back and 100% credit, but I'm not sure they're entirely made whole here. They're still going to be out some time, obviously, and there's money for airfare that may not be covered, and also may not be sufficient coverage for the hotel either. So what do you think? Fair or not? I don't know. Would you be pissed the day before finding out? I guess there's never a good time to find out your cruise is getting canceled, but if you've already arrived in Miami, that would definitely not be the time I'd want to find out that my cruise is getting canceled. So unfortunate for those folks, but surprising also, though, that it's only a 3-year-old ship. You would think that a ship that's new would still be in pretty good shape, but I guess, it can happen. It can really happen on any cruise line. Another story today, Carnival Cruise Line has opened their Celebration Key. We reported on this over the weekend. It opened on Saturday. The Carnival Vista was the first ship there. But now we've started to see videos and reactions from people that were the first guests there at Celebration Key. Overall, it looks pretty nice. I've seen videos of the lagoons and the beach and the pools, and it really does look very, very nice. But what it does not look like to me is Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Coco Cay has a much more elaborate water park. There are 2 water slides there at Celebration Key, but it doesn't really even begin to reach what Royal Caribbean has done with their private destination. So I don't know that it's as impressive as that. And I think the intention of Celebration Key was to compete with Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day at Coco Cay. I'm not sure they've quite hit that. But where the mixed reactions have really started coming in more to do with the dining. So what's included in your cruise fare is that Carnival will give you one dining voucher per person to use on the private destination. And so you can use that at any of the quick service restaurants there. So if you want a burger and fries or hot dog or something like that, the menu price is somewhere between $14 to $18. But with your voucher, you could get that for free. However, if you want a second one, that's not an option. That you're going to have to pay for. If you want or any other snacks while you're there, you're going to have to pay for. So you get the meal voucher, but that's all it's good for. It's not good for other snacks. It's not good for second entrees, and nor is it good for alcohol. Now, if you don't want to use the meal voucher at the quick service restaurant, you can use it at their more full service restaurants. So they have more proper sit down kind of establishments there that have pricier menu items in the $25 to $40 range. And you can get 25% off of those entrees with the voucher. But I'm not even sure that's as good of a deal. I think the $15 or $18 item at the quick service is probably a better deal than 25% off of a $40 item, right? So that's only $10 off. So the best value probably is the quick service voucher, but at least they do give you some options. But like I said, the big hang up here is also your alcohol is not included, right? So if you want to have alcohol while you're at the beach, that you're going to have to pay for, which is different than most other cruise lines. If you go to MSC or Princess or Royal Caribbean, all have private islands, private beaches. When you go to there, your drink package will carry over to the private destination. So here, Carnival, they're going to make money selling you extra food, and they're going to make money selling you alcohol on board, which is weird because if you were back on the ship, you could use your alcohol package, and you could also get a second entree. If you're on the Lido deck, you can go and get a second burger if you want included. Whereas you try and do that on the island, you're going to pay for it. So the upcharges are what people seem to be upset about here so far. I don't know. I think that maybe they could adjust that to some degree. What are your thoughts? Is that fair, or is this just simply a money grab by the cruise line? We'll see what the market allows. And the last story today comes out of Princess Cruises. So Princess Cruises has long had what I call the best value packages in the cruising industry. I actually did a video comparing drink packages from cruise lines, and I'll leave a link to that below. But I've said then that I think Princess has the best package. Well, now they're changing it up. Costs are going up. So previously, their Premier package cost $90 a day, and their Plus package was $60 a day, which is, of course, unlimited alcohol, but you also are getting unlimited, with the Premier package, you're getting unlimited specialty dining, unlimited casual dining, you're getting the photo package, and you're also getting Wi-Fi and up to 4 devices and gratuity. So a lot is included with that. Now, with the new prices, it's going to be $100 a day for Premier and $65 a day for Plus. So $10 up on Premier, $5 up on Plus. And they are taking away a few things. So like for the Premier before, you used to get unlimited specialty desserts, and you also used to get fitness classes included. That's not in the new one. But what they are throwing in, which is also a good value, is now excursion credits. And it depends on the length of the cruise, how much of a credit you get. But longer cruise, you get a larger credit, shorter cruise, smaller credit, but nevertheless, at least some money towards excursions booked. So what was already a good deal, even at $10 more, now you're getting something additional in the excursion credits. The things they took away, the fitness classes and the specialty desserts, were apparently rarely used items anyway, so I don't know that that's a significant downside to people. I think I would prefer the excursion credits. I think that'd be a better one. So there is a slight upcharge, even more so on the newer ships. So in October, they're launching the Star Princess and currently the Sun Princess, which as of today is the newest Princess ship. It's $5 more for each thing on that ship. So $70 a day for Plus, $105 a day for Premier for 2026 cruises on those lines. So the reason that the price is higher on those ships is there's simply more options. There's more casual dining options. There's more specialty dining options. On the Plus package, previously they were giving you 2 casual dining meals, which is like the pizzeria or the Irish pub. You're getting 2 of those per sailing. Now they're going to double that up to 4. So for that extra, I guess $10 go on those ships, up to $70 a day. But still, being that you're getting all the other things, the drinks and the gratuities and the Wi-Fi, that's still the best package there is in cruising. I don't think you can beat it. So what are your thoughts? Is it just the way things are going? Things cost more over time? Or do you think they're getting too greedy here? What are your thoughts? Interested to hear what you have to say. So, interesting things going on. Appreciate you watching the video. If you found it useful, please like the video. If you like cruise content, please subscribe. We're offering free subscriptions this week. Actually, subscriptions are always free. But we'd love to have you follow us. Love to be your source for cruise content. Thank you for watching today. And until we see you next time, we're going to wish you smooth sailing. Take care.